Hi, my name is Rudloff and this is my first project for CE570. So how I did the parameterization is that this shape that I decided to go with was a tetrahedron. So for this I decided to go with an XYZ coordinate since there was no circular components in which I would use any form of angles, which is why I decided to go with a simple XYZ shown as x1, x2, x3. For the x and the y coordinates, the way that I parameterize that is, since this is a tetrahedral, on either sides for the x and y components it would be a triangle, and you're able to describe that relationship between the distance in either x and y in relationship to its height in the C. This is shown in the parameterization equation that I have here, where x1 can be described as x1 times 1 minus x3, which is the height, over h, which is the max height. Similarly for the y, it's x2 times 1 minus x3, which is the c component, over the height. Importantly, the max height of the tetrahedral is h, while the max length, or the lengths at the base, are L for both the x and the y, with the tetrahedral standing upon the origin, and the c component being on the origin in the x and y. So for the surface calculation, I decided to take the bottom slice, where c remains 0, while the functions for the x and y is s times L minus L over half, and t times L minus L over half to describe the x and y respectively. For the curve, I decided to describe the curve at the halfway point for the tetrahedral, and as you can see, it's c times h over 2, and then it shows the x component as negative L over 2 times c1 times it's x is negative L over 2 plus x1 times L over 2, and for the y component it's negative L over 2 plus x2 times L over 2. And here's the code that I used. And then for the results, this is what it outputs. Fortunately, it does not show the curve since there is an issue with line 203. Where it has issues with defining the x1 component. Again, here's the results. Thank you.